Hang on, I forgot the thing again. This one. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, I'm back, like I said. Also, I just found out that the category for this game that I was streaming the other day was not set. I'm honestly so pissed about that. I remember setting it though, which is so fucked because I remember setting it before the stream and apparently it wasn't set. Oh, dude, that is so messed up. But oh well, oh well, oh well. It is what it is. Let me just. I'm honestly kind of tempted to like pull for Belka. She seems pretty cool. She's the Vanguard, electric character. I kind of need more electric characters, right? So maybe I gotta save for. Leva. I think, yeah. I gotta save some pulls for Leva. Maybe Belka will rerun with her. There's also Lena. Lena is also going to be released at some point. I don't know when. Alright, come on. Alright, fine. Alright, so I already did all my dailies. I've already done all my dailies, as you can see. But anyway, oh, I gotta set this thing here first. 1 sec. Alright, so let's see here. Going back here. Do this thing. Gotta do all of this. This one, the next part is gonna be released in what, 2 weeks? Yeah, it's around 2 weeks, so gonna be a while still. So we're gonna go through all of this and then we're gonna read it all. Or we're gonna go through all the stages and then we're gonna read. This stuff isn't really so long. The last one only took me like less than 2 hours. Sorry to keep you waiting, Andoris. Don't worry about it. It's very kind of you to take time out of your busy day just to help me sort through my neural data, Commander. You're welcome. It's my responsibility as your commander, after all. Today we're going through the section of records when you joined 404, right? Yes, a lot happened back then. Oh, interesting. I'm also keen to learn about what went down. After all, the Kluke I remember never struck me as someone particularly welcoming to new members. Right about that, Commander. You seem eager to hear it too. If you're ready, shall we begin right now? Let's do this. The scenario, this was just like back when I first saw an Elid in level 2. Yes, all I saw was their virtual image back then, but even so, it spooked me. It's understandable that civilian dolls would not have much opportunity to see Elids. I'll go ahead and take care of these then, Commander. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna have Vector deal with it. It's pretty small, so pretty small map. It's not a problem. All right.
了解。戦場は片付いた。皆の者。
And I really like her outfit, dude. Her outfit, Changju. It looks so good. Okay, one is too far. One or the other is too far, so let's go here. There we go. Oh wait, this one was too far too. Okay, kill it. Okay, Andorra's is here. We're gonna... Alright, let's see. Okay, this one's pretty straightforward too. I believe there were 9 stages. Oh, hold on a sec. Just check something real quick. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, never mind. Everything looks good. Anyway. Let's do this. Clear out all of these guys. We're making great progress. Your orders are really concise and efficient, Commander. And you're very good at carrying them out, although there are some lags and delays. Your executions are accurate and your information analysis very precise. Both have been great help. Commander, you're being considerate of my feelings. You are truly very kind. I am very appreciative of your acceptance, Commander. Speaking of acceptance, sorry for putting it this way, but I never expected Kluke to eventually approve your inclusion. Indeed, I was also quite surprised. I thought I was going to be fired again. Oh, maybe fired isn't the right word since I wasn't officially employed in the first place. What did you do to change Kluke's mind? I feel like I did a lot, but also nothing at the same time. What does that mean? Let's continue sorting through it, Commanders. Seeing my neural records firsthand would be more helpful, I think. I'll entrust you with it. Doris, can you hear me? G blue screen? My apologies to Commander, there was a bit of an error when I loaded in the data. It's alright, let's focus on the battle on hand, right? Alright, okay, yeah, we'll do this. Take out all of these guys. good. And then go over here. There we go.
任務完了。容疑者は全員逮捕しました。了解。わかった。
了解。今
給与が上がるんですか。
戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
Ooh, okay, these guys are pretty, these guys are pretty spread out, okay, so... no. Okay. Gotta do this.
わかった。今だよ。給与が上がるんですか。
Oh, there's one more. Hold up. Oh, he's all the way over here. Okay.
正義を汚すな。
Doris? Yes, Commander, I'm right here. Why so serious all of a sudden? Are you feeling tired? I have a coffee grinder here. Let me brew you a cup. No, it's not that I'm tired. It's not that I'm tired, but sure, I'll have a cup, thanks. What I wanted to say is, have you ever considered optimizing your neural cloud? Not that there's anything wrong with the way you are, but if the persistent crashing bothers you a lot, I can help you with that. Doris flashes a look of surprise before turning her focus back on what she's doing without responding right away. She sits down beside me with a gentle smile and a steaming cup of coffee ready to be served. I really can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me, Commander. Don't think of it that way. As I've said before, it is my responsibility as your commander. No, it's precisely with my experience under numerous employers that I've learned people like you who deeply care about dolls are few and far between. I just want everyone here to have an easier time. What do you think of that? We are very grateful for your kindness, Commander. However, if my neural cloud is to be optimized, my storage capacity will be affected, right? If that's the case, I will no longer be able to perform the task of info gathering and analysis as effectively as I do now. Moreover, with everyone's help, my marksmanship has somewhat improved. Therefore, I think it's best to maintain the status quo for now. Okay, if you feel that way, to be frank, I also think storage capacity and data analysis are where your strengths lie. I will keep an eye out for any emerging technologies that can fix your crashing problem without compromising your current capabilities, Commander. Alright, I've heard enough compliments today. Let's keep sorting through the neural records, shall we? I'd like to know what happened next. Yeah, sure thing.
戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
Oh, hold on a sec. Oh, there. There we go. Okay. So, we're gonna...
了解。
Oh, whoops. Hmm. Ah, hold on a sec. Ooh, okay. Where were we? Ooh, look at that thing. Okay, let's go. There we go, and it's dead. Oh, well, that would be about it. Thanks for your help, Commander. Looks like your experience when joining 404 was quite the story. Yeah. You seem to have some concerns, Commander. It's okay, you can ask me directly. Some of these records aren't from your perspective, huh? I really can't hide anything from you, Commander. Norris lifts up her hand and twirls her strand of hair hanging down her face with it. Some of the records are provided by Miss Leva. Of course it's her. Even when she's assigned elsewhere, Leva is still Leva. It looks like you know her very well, Commander. Indeed, she must have wanted me to be to better fit in with 404. Was worried about I was worried that Leader Kluke only accepted me because she was fed up with all my antics. After hearing her conversation with Mekti, I feel like I have a better understanding of her now. She really is compassionate at her core, with a soft heart under her sharp tongue. I've got to pick myself up quickly so that I can ease her worries. Also truly indebted to Leva, both of her recommendation and everything she did afterwards. It was also Miss Leva who recognized what I was looking for at first glance. What you're looking for is a place to belong to, right? Yes, Commander, what I sought was not merely a place that tolerates my existence, but one that truly needs my presence. 404, everyone is willing to accept my flaws, but I also have what it takes to protect my companions in return. I understand that feeling needed and recognized is essential to everyone. Right after that, I came to the Elmo following 404 and met you, Commander. It's here that I learned the true meaning of belonging. Although 404 still operates independently, everyone has come to regard Elmo as their home, and Commander, you're also part of the family. I need also found her belonging under you, and I wish to be one of them. Of course you can. I realize that whenever you're around, I feel reassured and comforted. Commander, even my crashing frequency has decreased. In order to express my gratitude, feel free to call upon me whenever you need assistance, Commander. To me, the sense of truly belonging can only be achieved by helping and supporting each other. Alright, it's only been like 20 minutes and we're already done with these stages, man. I need at least 2 hours. And that went by so quickly. Oh, we have all this stuff to read though, so. Let me just claim all this stuff. Hey. Hidden invitation. Let's take a look. 416 and GRG11 push open the door as they walk into the cafe. After finding their seat, a waitress doll approaches them. Welcome, my name is Endoris, and I'm here to serve you today. Is there anything I can help you with? The attentive Endoris does not hand them the menu, nor does she show any signs of concern or impatience. She merely smiled and waits for 416 and GRG11's response. Perhaps eased by Endoris' gentle demeanor, 416 briefly loosens up and, having glared at Endoris with her usual wariness. Your manager is Springfield here. Manager Springfield is unavailable at the moment. She'll be back in a little bit. If it's okay with you, you can wait for her here, or you can leave her a message. Sure, we'll wait for her here. Alright, I'll head back to work then. Please let me know if you need anything. After Endoris has left, 416 double checks the details of the commission. We're ahead of schedule. There's still half an hour before the agreed delivery time. Isn't that a good thing? That means we completed the last commission faster than expected. Stop dragging me out of bed so early in the morning next time, 416. And you need to stop treating one-offs as the norm. Whatever you say, you're always on edge like this, 416. GRG11 murmurs as she stretches lazily before she flops onto the table, contentedly letting her eyelids slowly close shut. Since we have plenty of time, I'll just... Even when those two aren't around anymore, GRG11 still hasn't grown one bit. 416 props her head up and turns her attention to the outside window. The traffic of the Green Zone Cafe in the day is quite light. Together with the soothing melodies playing in the background, the sunlight streaming through the ceiling-high windows conjures a brief moment of afternoon tranquility. Amidst this tranquility, 416 checks the message interface on her terminal once again. Alas, it is just as quiet there. Have things like this bother you before too, Commander? Hot, hot, hot. Get me some ice. Right. Can't you take that pitcher away? Bring ice cubes, wipe the table, then take the order and take the pitcher away. Again, can you process more than one thing at a time? I think I'm in the mood to order food right now. I'm really sorry. The commotion nearby interrupts a brief moment of peace. 416 is withdrawing. GRG11, on the other hand, slightly adjusts her position and drifts back into her slumber. Seeing the overwhelmed and panicking Endoris, a certain civilian doll pops into 416's mind and slightly adjusts her mental state and lets out a soft sigh. At the very least, GRG11 is more useful than this one. Can you give me a minute? Hold on. Just check something here real quick. Alright. Where were we? So, let's see. Finally, the cafe's doors swing open once again as Springfield walks in. Upon noticing Andoris wiping the coffee stain, she smiles helplessly. Just as she's about to land Andoris, a hand 416 barges in and blocks her path. 416. It's been a while. My apologies for my absence and not being there to receive you. There was an urgent matter I had to attend to. It's fine, you're right on time. Exacting as always, 416. How long has it been since we last met? 3 years? No, must be longer than that. Let's leave the catching up for later. Is the cargo ready? I skipped over. For handover. Cargo. A tinge of hesitation flashes across Springfield's usual gentle demeanor. Oh, give me a minute. Hold on. One sec. Okay. No, that's fine, I guess. Alright. So, let's see, where were we? I see, but please wait for a moment while I take care of something. The 416's nod of agreement, Springfield gestures for Andoris to head to the back of the cafe, still cleaning the floor. Andoris pauses for a moment before joining Springfield. 416 walks back to her table and bluntly shakes GRG-11 awake. What now? Time to get to work. Sure, no need to wake me up like that. Springfield's back, where is she? Sorry to keep you waiting, please follow me to the back. 416 hesitates for a moment, then pushes the drowsy GRG-11 along after Springfield. Walking past the kitchen, the three stop somewhere more akin to a storage room. A large person tall container lies quietly in the center of the room. 416 cautiously approaches the container and carefully examines it for a moment. This is what we're here for. Can you please unlock the box? Seeing as the exact delivery date has yet to be confirmed, the cargo will need to be stored at 404's warehouse first. Thus, we'll need to verify the cargo's condition before delivery. No problem, but if possible, can you please stop referring to her as cargo? What do you mean by her? Instead of answering directly, Springfield pushes open the lid. Andoris lies quietly in hibernation. The cold transport container, her serene sleeping face resembles the warm sunshine of spring. While she has been removed from the cafe's registry, her local neural backup has yet to be deleted. In a way, she is still our companion. What companion? After everything, you just sold her off like any other appliance or item. Who did you sell her to? Don't tell me the scrapyard or some random broker in the yellow zone. 416, we just need to verify her condition. No need to delve too deep into this. I don't need you to remind me of that. Seeing 416's overbearing stance, GRG-11 reluctantly chimes in to ease the tension despite the not this again expression on her face. Please don't take it personally, Springfield. 416 is just a little hypersensitive with these matters due to what happened to us before. 404 has no prejudices whatsoever against our clients, nor do we delve into matters that are not our concern. You can rest assured. I understand. We too simply hope Andoris can find a more suitable place. Due to her frame's performance issues, she can't handle most of the daily tasks at the cafe very well. She herself is quite troubled by this. But rest assured, the one who will take Andoris in is not an inconsiderate individual. I can guarantee you that. 416, without even responding to Springfield, coldly patches into an emergency encrypted channel. Leva's voice comes through. Looks like you successfully rendezvoused with Springfield. Leva, is the cargo you told us to bring over the civilian doll called Andoris? I don't remember the exact nature of the cargo being specified anywhere, but given the time, location, and contact for the handover, I'll line up. It sounds right about. It seems right to me. Sounds right to you? Since when did 404 start taking on sketchy commissions like these? Don't think that I. It looks like Kalina got herself into some trouble. Gotta hang up now. I'll trust you with bringing Andor's back. Hello? Hello? With the call abruptly cut off, 416 can only try to calm herself. She then closes the lid of the container in front of her. 20. Rest is blank. 150356. Squad 404 confirms receiving the civilian doll indoors. He's finally back to normal. I'll leave her to you from now on, Squad 404. You should stay and rest for a bit before you leave. That will not be necessary until she's delivered. 404 will ensure Endor's safety. If any unexpected issues arise down the line, we will contact you. We will contact you again. Oi, GRG11. Come on, not me again. Shut up, get her out of here. The back door over there is over there. Okay. Give me a sec on it. Okay, where was I? Oh, GRG11 carries the transport container out of the back door of the cafe with 416 following after her. Perhaps out of professional habit, Springfield gently bows at their departing silhouette. Please take good care of her. Having brought back and safely stored indoors at 404's temporary base, 416 returns to her routine as if nothing happened. Originally planning to bring GRG11 along for the simulation training, she notices several maintenance crews sitting at the usually vacant rest area. Each of them holds a cup of coffee and chats enthusiastically, and none notices 416's appearance. The aroma of coffee wafting through the air adds a touch of coziness. This place usually lacks, but also a hint of suspicion. I can't believe we're being attended to by someone. Is definitely a first. Guess these dolls finally learned to treat their guests. I don't think I've seen her face before. A technical doll hiring a civilian doll. This world is becoming more absurd by the day. Who cares? I'm good as long as there are pretty girls to look at. You're right. Miss, another cup of coffee, please. Okay, please wait for a moment. We ran out of coffee beans and I just found a new bag. Hearing the request, Endorse walks out of storage and definitely loads the coffee beans into the machine. I'm really sorry, we only have a coffee machine here, so I can't hand brew you anything. Oh, that's totally fine. We don't care about such things. We'd even drink motor oil if Miss Endorse were the one who brought it to us. You're really funny. Seeing Endorse laughing and joking with the maintenance crew, 416 tenses up again after having calmed down. Just then, Endorse also notices her entering the rest area and greets her with a friendly smile. Good morning, 416. Sorry, I'm not terribly familiar with T-Doll's imprint system. I apologize if I've made a mistake. You're not mistaken. But 416 walks over to the beanbag sofa, grabs onto his ledge and yanks it up. GRG11, who was lying cozily on it, is thrown onto the floor, following a loud thud. What are you doing, 416? You could have just told me to get up nicely. The doll that should be in the warehouse is really roaming the base, yet you, a member of 404, tasked with their safekeeping, simply turn a blind eye. You tell me why I should be nice with you. I'm not the one who woke Endorse up, it's Dyer. He came over and sneakily powered Endorse up, then left as if he was fleeing from a disaster, even woke me up in the process. Dyer is certainly becoming quite bold. I happen to have some equipment that needs his calibration. We should pay him a visit in person. What a hassle, you can go on your own. I'll go back to seeing GRG11 head for the beanbag sofa. 416 swiftly snatches her by her clothes. To avoid being snatched away, GRG11 holds onto one of the table's legs with her hand. As their tug-of-war plays out, comms to a special encrypted channel are established. With Leva's image coming through, 416 puts GRG11 down. Having gained some breathing room, GRG11 retreats to the safety of hiding behind Andorras. Safe at last. I don't think 416 meant any harm. Glad to see you two are still close as ever. Is your visual module malfunctioning or what? Anyway, great timing. We're just about to pay Dyer a visit, given that he activated the doll in 404 custody without authorization. It was authorized, I gave him the order. Oh, and I was reminding him to be quiet on the job and flee as if his life depended on it, seeing the boatload of trouble he would be in if caught by 416. You think 404 is having too much of a good time as of late or what? The client says it'll be a while before they can collect the cargo. It'll be a shame not to put such an excellent civilian doll like Andorras to use. See, she can attend to the personnels and look after GRG-11 isn't that great. You think I'm a moron? 416 did not raise her voice, yet her tone carries intense intimidation. The maintenance crew who have been watching from the sidelines sensibly put down their coffee and leave the scene one after another. It's not until only 3 dolls remain in the rest area that Leva resumes talking. What's the matter? Why so grumpy all of a sudden? Quit playing dumb. No client is coming to collect the cargo, and Doris is the new recruit you're trying to bring into 404, isn't she? You thought I wouldn't notice her file tucked in with the stack of resumes you had Lena bring over. Oh wow, despite all the fuss about being against new members, you sure pay a lot of attention to the matter, 416. See, all this happened because you stubbornly refused to interview any new dolls, so I had to resort to my methods to get you both in one place. What are you hoping to achieve by putting a civilian doll in 404 delivers lunch boxes to the enemy on the front line? Well, it's not like it's our first time converting civilian doll into a tactical doll. I say GRG-11 certainly qualifies as a formidable combatant now. She's different. 416 glances at GRG-11, hiding behind Andorras with half of her head poking out. Andorras model features large storage capacity, ideal as in battlefield intelligence operative. Dyer and I are in talks about how to utilize this feature to enhance 404's capabilities. Besides, she's got a calm and gentle personality, good for smoothing things out when Lena and I aren't around. She's also better at holding conversations with humans. I know you aren't the best at dealing with them, huh? 416. Except for a certain commander. Stop changing the subject. I know what you're up to, so long as I let these new recruits into the team, you get to sit comfortably in your NOMFA office and dump mission after mission on us to toil away at it. Leva, 404 is a squad of 4. You may be the leader, but you aren't in charge of everything. So you do know it's a squad of 4 after all. Leva's retort makes 416's expression grow even more somber. What are you trying to say? You and GRG-11 have been working over capacity, right? Even to the point of being carried back by drones after you both were nearly destroyed. I don't suppose that's a good thing for either you or 404's reputation. But look who suddenly cares about 404's reputation, the same leader who took half of our fighting power and rarely comes back. You think cramming a civilian doll into the squad will help with 404's reputation? What we need now is a proficient tactical doll, not a walking hard drive. An interesting analogy. As her neural cloud is thrown into disarray by the quarrel, GRG-11 clutches tightly at Andorras' hem. The latter smiles and places her hand over GRG-11's ears to shield her from the noise. I say it's best for you to chill out for now. I mean, ultimately it's not up to me if Andorras joins 404 or not, since you two are going to be the ones working with her on a daily basis. Glad you're aware of that. Of course I do, but you need to stop acting like a child who refuses to play with others once you've found a best friend. Throwing a tantrum like a spoiled brat will only hurt those you cherish the most, you know. Shut up. 416 hangs up the call without thinking twice as she turns around. She sees indoors. Soothing the clearly perturbed GRG11. She got frightened. Her neural cloud is a little jumbled right now. Oops. Although I'm not sure what you two were arguing about, I believe disagreements between companions shouldn't be taken so seriously. When I worked at the cafe, I too just leave. 416 avoids Endor's eyes. You heard our conversation. There's no place for you in 404. Unlike her back in the day, you can find other places to go besides the cafe. After noticing Endor's silence, 416 awkwardly adds another line. Until you find your next employment, you can live here. You can also back up your neural cloud in 404's server for the time being. She blue screened. Yep. Endor's silence lasts longer than expected. 416 looks at her again with impatience. While the smile lingers on the lips of the beautiful doll, her gentle eyes have grown dull and empty. 416, I think she crashed. This is too lenient to take a closer look, and Dora suddenly blinks. Her smile gives way to unease and confusion. As if unaware of her own crash, she casually picks up where the conversation has been left at. So I've been fired again. Aww. Oh, there's 6 story stages, alright. Belka's story stage only had like 5 of them, right? Today's plan failed despite learning some ambush and CQC techniques through online video tutorials. When it came to put them into practice, I got pinned by Miss 416 before I even realized what was happening. Looking back, she likely noticed my presence before I first approached her. Her leg sweep was so fast I barely caught a glimpse of it. However, I did manage to lift Miss 416 off the ground. I suppose that could be considered a small triumph for me. Sitting in front of the terminal, Andorra sighs, then frowns at the words she had just typed out on the terminal. No, lifting Miss 416 off the ground was just random reaction. I resorted to mist confusion. It was not deliberate act. Besides, I got quickly pinned to the ground afterwards. While I knew it wouldn't be easy, as shown in the tutorial, Miss 416 is far beyond my expectations. What should I do now? Since I gave my word that I'd land a single hit on Miss 416 to prove myself worthy of the position, I can't stop after just one failure. Though I can't just shoot Miss 416 with a real gun, that would be too dangerous. Doris pulls up the research engine and aimlessly clicks around, browsing through tactical training videos. Today I'm gonna teach you some useful moves that are practically helpful when there's a significant disparity between you and your opponent. The key is to target your opponent's weak spot. Target the weak spots. Makes sense. Generally speaking, the human body have these weak spots: the abdomen, throat, and the eyes. Let me demonstrate you how to quickly hit these areas. You dolls share the same weak spots. The abdomen, our frames, look to be quite protected. The neck does look more fragile, but I doubt I can deal any damage with my strength. At least one option. Let's see what the video says. Suppose we're face-to-face with the enemy. Nora stands up and pushes the chair under the table, leaving enough space around her. Right, suppose the enemy is here. Keep your lower body stable by spreading your feet slightly apart. Get ready to move around or even jump. Ready to move around. Protect your face and with your left hand to defend yourself. Left hand, okay, right here, but I don't need to know how Miss 416 will attack first. But I need to know how Miss 416 will attack first to be able to defend myself. Based on my previous conversations, there are 17 possibilities. There are 17 possible areas I could hit. First, protect the nose, then cover the chest, forehead, and nose. Did she crash? Strike it with your right hand, go straight for the eyes. Owie, why did you hit me? The obvious comedic twist leading into the second half of the video has gone completely over Amdor's head, as she is already on the verge of crashing. Nose, cover, forehead, hit. And Amdor's punches herself in the face and is knocked to the ground. Oh. Today's plan failed as well. Seeing as I failed to master the technique of attacking an opponent's weak spots head on, I resorted to an ambush again. However, right as I covered Miss 416's eye, she immediately turned around and tackled me to the ground. Combat really is a challenge combat really is a challenging ordeal. How can I land a hit and prove myself to Miss 416? Fortunately, I found a direction to work towards. The video tutorial taught about employing equipment creatively using flashbangs to temporarily blind enemies. I decided to try this approach. I'll prepare for it tonight. Let's keep pushing tomorrow. Today was another failure. I guess filling the meeting room with moonlight isn't as effective as real flashbangs. Though when Miss 416 threw me to the ground, my sight did blur for a split second. I guess that does count as blinding effect. I should take note of that. The tutorial made mention of utilizing the terrain to one's advantage, but then when faced with overwhelming odds, as the saying goes, everything about the right timing, the right location, and the right people. That has inspired me. Tomorrow I'll experiment with a plan that leverages the environment. I hope it'll go smoothly. The distraction tactic failed. I asked Miss Mechanic to help distract Miss 416, but it wasn't effective at all. Miss 416 managed to knock me to the ground the moment I revealed myself. Does she have additional visual modules besides her eyes? Fortunately, after all these days of hard work, I've mastered the base layout, or at least the sections accessible to an outsider like me. Additionally, I now have a general understanding of Miss 416 and Miss GRG11's habits. I can make use of this information in our future plans. On the side note, one thing's been bothering me over the days. Despite getting angry and calling my plan foolish, Miss 416 never stopped me from attempting my ambush tactics. What does she mean by that? I'm so tired. Today was supposed to be a day off, yet we're staying up later than usual. Stop complaining. Didn't I just take you out for a ride to relax? Call that relaxing. I still have dust on my mouth. Fine, hurry up and get in. Time to write today's training report. Look at what time it is. It's my personal time now. You need to respect my... Hush. 416 probably stops from dragging GRG11 to the meeting room. Caught in momentum, GRG11 can't stop in time and bumps straight into her. Ouch, what now? Are we going to the meeting room or not? Wyatt, haven't you noticed something's up? Something's up? Why are all the lights in the meeting room switched off? Are we so low on budget that we need to conserve energy like this? No, I told the staffs to leave the lights on and have the equipment ready before the clock out, since we'll need the meeting room around this time. Does that mean someone snuck in? A thief? No way. This is 404 secret hideout. Switch to night vision. Yes. If your night vision on, the 2C the meeting room is in total disarray. The floor is littered with all sorts of debris in contrast to its usual tidiness. I can't see very well, but they certainly made a big mess. Guess a thief really got in, but why would they rummage through the meeting room? Whoops. Careful. We need to take a closer look. 416 and GRG11 slowly enter the meeting room with their weapons trained. 416 comes to a halt when she feels something cracked beneath her feet. Coffee beans. Tea bags and snacks too. I don't get it. Are we sure this is actually not the pantry? Check the corner, something's there. Oh, okay. In night vision mode, the two find a thing lying on the floor in the corner. Is that hair I'm seeing? Is that a person? 416. 416 does not answer, but rather quietly steps over to scatter broken debris on the floor and paces towards the thing on the ground. She stops a step away from the thing and frowns as she stares at it. This is what you've got in store for your pathetic antic today, faking an attack in the meeting room. What's going on? Ignoring GRG11's question, 416 steps forward and gently kicks the thing on the ground. While the thing lying on the ground does not change its position, it visibly stiffens. Not getting up yet? Endor slowly sits up, intending to strike the side of 416's neck with a hand chop. 416 irritably catches her hand, swivels it around, and pins her to the ground. A pass on the high five. Effective Miss 416, impressive as always. So do you still need us to act out this nonsensical skit with you? Afraid you'll have to keep me company for a little longer, Miss 416. While Andor's face is pressed against the window, thus making it difficult for her to speak, 416 sees the glimpse of a calm smile on her face. What? Listen to me, 416. GRG11, I told you to stay away. I can't stop. Get out of the way, 416. Owie. GRG11 stumbling towards her in a pitch black meeting room. 416 fails to push her aside as both her hands are occupied with holding Andor's down. The two collide violently, triggering another round of ruckus. You. 416 flips the light on. The blinding incandescent glare suddenly fills the meeting room, and Doris narrows her eyes and to adjust to the light. In her gradually clearing vision, she sees GRG-11 scrambling to stand up. What's this? It's all slippery and smells kind of good. It's coffee? Oh, you got them all over your face and hair, 416. Did you take swimming in a coffee pool? So your plan to success is a success, though it's with coffee, it still counts as hitting Miss 416, right? All this was part of your plan, Doris, but where did the coffee come from? The GRG-11 looks around, a crushed coffee can rolls to her feet. Oh, guess it came from the can that I stepped on. Oh. 416 stomps on the can, crushing it completely. The remaining liquid spurts out and splashes onto GRG-11. Oh, so you only realized it now. How would I send you to the circus tomorrow if you're that good at stepping on cans? It's not like it meant to. I was in a hurry and it was so dark in here. Fortunately, what Doris left on the ground was just was just a can of coffee and not a landmine. Otherwise, it would have been over for us. So you even know it'll be over. This game is 416. No need to get upset. I think GRG-11 is just worried about you, which is why she rushed over. Besides, it's not like hazardous items really are going to be in a meeting room. I wouldn't leave things of that nature in here. After all, my real intent isn't to hurt you too. Well, but you're also quite the genius for making a fool out of 416 like this, and Doors. GRG-11 tugs at 416's sleeve. Pretty rich coming from you. 416 glares at GRG-11 and the latter wisely shuts up. She then maintains her cold expression while turning her attention to Doris. All this just to join 404, huh? Yes, Miss 416, please give me an opportunity. Okay, 416 takes two deep breaths before snatching the gun from GRG-11's hand and throwing it at Doris. Take this and follow me to the live fire training ground, where if you want a chance and it's time to stop your ridiculous antics and face me in a proper combat, come out on top and I'll let you go through the acceptance test. What are you doing, 416? Don't you know how much easier the acceptance test is compared to defeating you? Didn't we just agree? On your own business, go get a mop and clean the room up. If I see a single coffee bean on the ground when I'm back, prepare to say goodbye to all your game save files. What's any of this have to do with my save files? Ignoring GRG-11's grumbles, 416 storms out of the meeting room furiously. And Doris pats GRG-11 on the shoulder reassuringly. It's okay, Miss GRG-11, I'll clean it up with you once I'm back. You need to be able to come back first. 416 is really terrifying when she's worked up like that, so don't try to take her head on, although she probably won't actually harm you. Yes, I understand, I'll take my chances. It better be like that. Speaking of, do you even know how to use a gun? And Doris holds the weapon up in her hand and examines it carefully. I've watched the tutorial, so I know the basics. Just aim at the target through the scope and pull the trigger, right? Are you coming or not? We're right there. And Doris smiles at GRG-11 and follows 416 out of the room, visibly worried. GRG-11 follows her to the door and shouts, "Pay attention to the recoil, make sure the gun is pressed up against your shoulder." Unsure whether Doris can even remember her advice, GRG-11 withdraws her gloomy gaze back to the mess in the meeting room. Okay, let's see here. It's been an entire hour, my meal hasn't been served yet. This Doris is still standing there like a piece of junk. With your manager, get me your manager. I'm terribly sorry, I'll take care of it. Facing the angry customer, Santa AZ shields Doris behind her. Sorry, dear customer, but it's currently peak dining hour and we are short-staffed. We sincerely apologize for the wait. Your meal will be served shortly, and we'll do our utmost to provide you with excellent service. During the commotion, manager Springfield also emerges from behind the bar holding a cup of steaming latte. My deepest apologies for taking up your time. This latte is on me. Sir, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience caused. I will do my best to compensate you. You compensate me, you think you can make up for the time I wasted because of you. With the clatter of wind chimes, two more customers walk into the cafe. See, Collins, Springfield's place is very lively. Don't say that, Leva. Seeing the two who just walked in, Centaurasi glances at Springfield with a look of leave this to me, sparing her to greet the two. Leva and Kalina, are you out on business trip again? Yeah, we'll be around for a while, so I figured we'd drop by. Colin really misses your hand-brewed coffee. Springfield guides the two to an empty table. She then looks back to make sure Centaurasi had appeased the angry customer before raising her hand to call Andor's over. This is Andor's newest employee, and these two are Kalina and Leva. Pleased to meet you both. So you're the newcomer, no wonder you look so flustered. I'm terribly sorry I've embarrassed myself before you. Andor's has worked here for some time now. She's very meticulous and attentive. Using her large capacity storage capacity, she can accurately track each customer's preferences and their birthdays. Give me a minute, hold on, I'm gonna grab something. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got a snack, so let's see here. Let me just like move some stuff around my desk here. There we go. It sounds like she's a perfect fit for the job, but I guess it's another story in practice. Well, Andrew Springfield has taught me everything I need to know about the job, but my own performance issue prevents me from handling more complex and unexpected requests from customers, even when it comes to the menu. I've only learned how to brew coffee. It's not Andrew Springfield's fault. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I see. So you're not a good fit. Leva. Kalina stops Leva from going further, yet an enigmatic smile remains on Leva's face as she strokes her chin. Say, how about having her join 404 Springfield? Yeah, indoors, but Leva. Kalina's voice now carries an angry undertone, yet Leva simply shrugs indifferently and turns her attention back at Indoors. Indoors, oh, by the way, hold your questions about 404 for now. What are your thoughts on working here? Me. Indoors falls silent for a moment. I'll try my best to keep up with everyone, though it may take some time. I don't want to leave. You should realize that a place makes things harder for both sides. Is probably not where you belong. Seeing how swiftly you guys handled that scuffle, I can only assume what happened back there was norm, right? I think more flexibly, if this place isn't the right fit for you, why not consider my suggestion? Doris turns towards Springfield with a somewhat bewildered look on her face. Springfield pats her on the shoulder and helps her straighten her apron. I have no intention of letting you go, but you have the final say. Working at the cafe won't let you reach your full potential, but 404 will. You want to find a place where you're truly needed indoors. Will I be needed at 404? Leva chuckles. Of course you will be, but you will have to put up with a certain sharp-tongued yet soft-hearted doll's harsh critiques first. Believe me, she means no harm, and she's actually quite reliable. You'll be fine indoors. So I want to give it a try. With her hair all messed up, and Doris cowers in the room's corner with GRG-11's gun clutched tightly in her arm. Her body's covered in bruises while bullet holes littered her surroundings. Join 404 and this will be your everyday life. The real battlefield is nothing like your childish antics. 416 sees the door's blank stare and assumes she crashed again. Irritated, she yanks the GRG-11 assault rifle out of her hands and walks out the door without noticing the change in it on Doris's face. A new world, but will this one need me? And Doris slowly stands up, then looks down at her battered body. The weight and stiffness of the assault rifle still linger in her arms. If so, I want to bear witness to the kind of world that needs me. 416 opens the door and is greeted by GRG-11, who was peering through the gap with a mop in hand. It's over. How did it go? 416 shoves the gun into GRG-11's arms and strides forward. She's alive. Oh. Can't say if she's scared senseless though. Didn't you decide to give Andorus a chance when we were in the yellow zone earlier? Why do all of this then? The heavy bike comes to a stop on top of a small hill. A convoy of vehicles parked in the valley below, surrounded by a few scattered dolls busy doing maintenance work. The frames are covered in varying degrees of damage with signs of sloppy modifications. A number of them can barely move coherently, undoubtedly the result of haphazard remodeling done to civilian dolls. One of them quickly spots 416 and GRG-11. Her fire control module, clearly ripped from some random piece of military hardware and forcibly welded onto her, suddenly swivels around. The mechanical eyeball rotates unnaturally, seemingly about to fall out of its socket. 416 shows no reaction. She stands there and stares into those empty eyes. Once the doll confirms 416 presents no threat, she drops her guard and returns to her task without looking back. Oh, it's as if they're Frankenstein's monsters. GRG-11 just woken up from hibernation, rubbing her eyes as she walked over to 416. Geez, if Leva hadn't taken us in, would we have ended up like them by now? You're thinking too highly of yourself. I may end up like them, but only because I was built as a T-doll. You, on the other hand, are at best a component they would bolt onto me, and most likely the most useless one. Sure, I am useless after all. If that's what you think of me, why not hurry up and recruit some other dolls so I can stay at the base and nap all day? Instead of firing back as she usually does, 416 remembers or remains silent. GRG-11 does not disturb her, nor does she return to the bike. Instead, she stays by 416's side, just as she does on the battlefield. Do you remember the original meaning of 404 GRG-11? Original meaning as in those who don't exist? Yes. 4 dolls, for various reasons, found themselves unable to return to any organization and were thus deemed non-existent by the world. Willingly or not, we came together, brave battle after battle, and fought tooth and nail to secure the freedom we now hold. But does that even mean anything for an ordinary doll? You're increasingly acting weird as of late, 416, as Leva and Lena leaving put too much pressure on you. Have you contemplated all this back when you decided to remodel me? Surely not. Is that the real reason why you're rejecting Andorus? In part, yes. We had no choice back then, but Andorus still does. This place may be a safe haven for us, but for her? But looking at Andorus, I don't think her prior jobs were all sunshine and rainbows either. She crashed at the mere mention of the word fired. Maybe she's better off staying with 404, just as Springfield and Leva concluded. Let's at least give her a fire control core and see if it works out. We can find her a stable job if it doesn't, or keep her at the base as logistics. 404 is not shelter. Randomly recruiting or remodeling dolls is irresponsible to both sides. Geez, as if 404 is some legitimate organization. You're being so textbook about it that it's starting to feel weird. GRG-11 scratches her head dramatically. Besides, Leva handpicked her. We should value her judgment, right? Her judgment. I bet she's just in for the price per doll value. But all of us that she chose back then are alive and well today. Can't hurt to try. You know, as they say, the only true failure is not trying at all. Don't let your doubts win before the fight even begins. Upon hearing such a straight-faced statement, 416 glances at GRG-11. Where did you get that from? The newest anime I watched. Cool, huh? Of course. Oh, they're leaving. Rattling sound of engine starts up. Comes from below the hill. The bounty hunters yell at the dolls to get back on the vehicles. Hurry up, bunch of worthless scraps. Fuck, we're really shit out of luck these days. First a collapse storm, then a bunch of Variegers. After the dolls got totaled, how are we supposed to take on commissions like this? No worries, the boss has already contacted some underground brokers to get us more illegal dolls. Worst case scenario, we just stick through for now. Sure, why not go have some fun later? The rude man pushes the last doll onto the vehicle, then climbs in himself before pulling down the heavy blast door. Following the engine's roar, the convoy departs, gradually shrinking into a tiny black dot in the drifting sand. On top of the hill, GRG-11 and 416 also returns to the bike. Sit tight. And patch me into Dyer's comm terminal, or a comm channel. 416 accelerates it to full throttle, and then heavy bike speeds off in the opposite direction. With a mop in one hand and her gun in the other, GRG-11 can barely keep up with 416's brisk pace, while nervously observing her sullen expression. Did you change your mind about Andor staying? Please say something, 416. I did not change my mind. But if that was all it took to scare the life out of her, then she'd be crying and begging to resign in 2 days tops. We'll be on a mission by then. And who's going to fill in for her, you? Oh, but I don't think that will be the case though, didn't he also say? It's quite remarkable of her to have persevered all these days just for an opportunity. GRG-11 scratched her head and looked back at the training ground. Andor's has yet to come out, nor has she made any sound. Even 3-year-olds can't come up with the same tricks. What gives? I said that because, well, she's indeed making progress, so I decided to give her a chance. Alright, stop staring at it. Are you done mopping the floor yet? Just a friendly reminder. You still have your training to report to. Why do you still remember that? Still not fully at ease, GRG-11 scratches her head again. But what if Andor's is still willing to attempt the acceptance test? What are you going to do, 416? 416 stops but does not turn around. She pauses for a moment before answering. In that case, it won't hurt to let her try. Alright, oh, okay, yeah, we're on number 5. This is a simulation of the Yellow Zone, right? Level 2 really is a fascinating place. Hope you can keep up that positive attitude of yours after you've turned into Swiss cheese. Stop spooking her. Look, she's crashed again. The acceptance test will begin in 5 minutes. There won't be any delays to accommodate for someone's technical issues. Come on. Sorry, there's a lot of information in here. Did it crash again? Yeah, fortunately it didn't last long. I'm actually surprised you agreed to take the test indoors. I thought you'd be intimidated by how hostile 416 acted back then. I mean, 416 did not actually hurt me. And I still want to give it another try because someone said this is where I'm needed. Do you want to carry on with that tea party there, or would you rather hear my briefing on the test? My apologies, Miss 416, please go ahead. GRG-11 will be your acting teammate for the duration of the test. The objective is to eliminate the fleeing target in the canyon within the time limit. Operating procedure is for you two to figure out. I only care about the result. And you, Miss 416, I'm in charge of the monitoring, evaluating, and scoring your behaviors. Understood, I'll do my best. Whatever floats your boat, I'll say it again. I only care about the results. Having said that, 416 ends your transmission with her rifle tightly clutched in hand. Andor scans the surroundings. Oh, hold on a minute. There we go. Okay. Hold on, wait. I just need to move some things around here real quick. Alright, where were we? Certain elite T-Doll is taking her command capabilities for granted again. Don't worry, Andorus, it's just an average ambush. There's nothing complicated. What's your imprint model? It's G36K KSK. Why that one? Is it compatible with you? Why? Because I heard it's similar to Miss Santorazi's G36. If Miss Santorazi is that strong, this can't be that bad, right? Wait, that's how you came to your conclusion. What should we do now, Miss GRG11? Alright, you can stay here and don't move. I'll go behind that big rock at 1 o'clock. Ignore everything else when the enemies arrive and just do as I taught you before. Switch off to safety, aim and shoot. GRG11 readies her gear and hurries towards the direction she mentioned. Simulated gale of level 2 blows past her flowing hair, grazing her cheeks with sand grains. But the battle-hardened GRG11 pays no mind and soon takes her position. Staring at the direction of the wind is blowing from, Andor speaks into the communicator. Say, Miss GRG11, do you think it'll be better if we take the high ground? Yeah, why's that? Because the wind picked up. It's mentioned in the mission intelligence that the enemies are traveling in a jeep. I've seen on TV how the kind of vehicle can kick up a lot of dust even without the wind traveling at high speeds. I think the high ground will give us a better view in this case. The roaring sound of an engine grows ever closer, quickly followed by a jeep, and the trail dust behind is suddenly coming to view. You can't get up here in time. Reposition yourself and coordinate with me, Andorus. Roger. The appropriate position would be at... Andorus pauses for a moment and quickly moves in the chosen direction. As soon as she finds a suitable firing position. I'm in position, Miss GRG11. Okay, I'll suppress them and drive them towards you. Aim for the cabin once they're within range. Aim for the cabin and fire. Yes, I can do that. Face the gun, then switch off safety. Next, aim. Doors peers through the gun sight only to find the front sight post drifting about. My body isn't shaking, but why can't I aim properly? Is this potential liability Mr. Dyer mentioned regarding a low compatibility? Initiating backup to controls. And doors are coming towards you. But backup controls can't aim. Now or it'll be too late. Door squeezes on the trigger, the bullet emerging from the muzzle like a shooting star, skimming over the Jeep's roof and heading straight towards Giardillo, who's chasing after the vehicle. Oh. Owie. Oh. Dude, she ended up shooting Mekti, bro. Test overall participants exit level 2 now. The scene of the yellow zone slowly fades away, replaced by a training ground in 404's temporary base. GRG11 nervously rubs her head, still shaken by what just happened. Ow. Wow, what a shot. Endures that clean headshot as well. I guess it's surprisingly accurate from a SIR perspective. Again, can't you process more than one thing at a time? This Endorse is still standing there like a piece of junk. Mr. Manager, get me your manager. Endorse's lips twitch briefly before pressing into a tight line. A guilt-ridden, heartbroken expression emerges on her face. Give her a break. 416 is the first time handling a proper firefight. It's only natural for her to be overwhelmed. Look, she knows she made a mistake. Sorry, She may have trouble adjusting. Do you have the same excuse? What? How many times have I told you to survey the battlefield carefully beforehand, yet somehow you still manage to let a complete newbie teach you a lesson? Come on, I just wanted to get it done. I thought it would be a matter of picking up a few targets, you know, a piece of cake. Eh? And you, Zonion, again. You think causing a blue-on-blue accident is funny. I'm sorry, Miss 416. Neither of you is making this easy. Head to the meeting room and reflect on your actions, then come back later. Come back later? Norris frowns in perplexity. After carefully pondering the meaning of those words, she ultimately decides to ask directly. But are you not going to fire me? As Leva remarked, your infield observation and intel gathering skills are indeed commendable. Being able to make that kind of judgment as a first-timer is not bad, but you did neglect the most pressing matter, your marksmanship. While completing the mission is important, success shouldn't come at the expense of your teammates, especially if it is pointless. That is the bottom line. Endorse remains silent, simply clutches her gun tightly in hand. Crashed again. No, I didn't crash. I just did not expect Miss 416 to do this. Willingly slowed down and wait for me to catch up. Wait for you? Don't get your hopes up. I'm just temporarily cutting you some slack since I'd be foolish to expect you to catch up immediately. Do not fire blindly before you learn to aim, got that? Yes, Miss 416. Not Miss 416. Call me leader from now on. Leaving those words behind, 416 immediately walks up to the training grounds without looking back. GRG-11 steps over and passes Endorse on the arm. Don't be alarmed, Endorse. 416 might appear intimidating, but she saying that means you've earned her approval. Congratulations. No, I'm not nervous. Eh? I'm really happy. I think I'm starting to grasp what Miss Leva meant now, Miss GRG-11. Leva, what did she say? She said, I'm trying to find a place where I'm truly needed. I'm not sure what that means either, but I'm super happy to have you join 404. We're teammates from now on. You two planning to stay here overnight or what? Quit standing around and come. Let's chat about it later. We should really hurry over, otherwise we're toast if she gets angry. Yeah, okay. Endorse takes her first step forward, stiffly, followed by another, and is then pulled along by GRG-11. Trotting towards 416, waiting by the meeting room. There are those willing to help her and those willing to wait for her, so even if she starts a little slowly, it's okay. Regardless of the pace or how for each step advances, ultimately 404 moves forward together. Yay! Okay, and then we're on the last one, and it's only been an hour 25. Let's go. I still need to do the small mini games too, so. Now once again, the rest area at 404's temporary base is jam-packed with people. While banners reading 404, whoop, I almost knocked over something. Hold on. While banners were reading 404 development strategy, presentation, and welcoming Endorse to the team, and adorn the walls, the rest of the space is decorated with brightly colored balloons floating around. What are you trying to accomplish with all the mess here? Since you gave the go-ahead, I arranged everything according to the standards for a birthday party at the cafe. We're celebrating Miss Endorse joining the team after all. Is your way of celebrating trying to tying balloons to GRG-11's hair? We weren't able to find anything to tie balloons down, and GRG-11 happened to be sleeping right there. Well, it's time for you to put on a smiling face. I think it's great that Miss Endorse passed the test and can stay in 404. I have Dyer's assistance and 416's acceptance to thank for that. My acceptance is not going to last forever. Your intelligence gathering skills are useful, but you better work on your marksmanship as soon as possible. Prepare for the hellish training sessions that are awaiting you. No problem, though. I'm afraid we'll have to trouble the technicians with more adjustments and fine tunings then. As it happens, I brought some food over. Please consider this my thank you in advance for everyone's future assistance. Oh, that's so kind of you, Miss Endorse. We'll go have a bite right now. You treat us to your delicious food and we'll be at your beck and call from now on. That would be wonderful. After the maintenance crew has left, Endorse quietly nudges up to 416. Thank you for keeping me around and turning a blind eye to this welcome party. If not for your leniency, I would be trying my luck with the bounty hunters. Now, after all, the service industry in the nearby cities have already blacklisted me. Damn, okay. No need to thank me, you earned it yourself. In any case, I will cherish my place at 404 as well as this. Endorse raises the gun and caresses it lovingly. Put a thing down, you still need some time to master your fire control core. Additionally, never switch off your safety before entering combat unless you want an accidental discharge to happen. Oh, I didn't notice that. Thank you for pointing it out. Looks like Endorus has already blended in with 404. It seems I was overthinking things. Following the voice, Leva and Lena, who have continuously been on commissions, show up at the doorway. Wow, a G36K KSK imprint. That's pretty good. 416 really went all out for you. She picked it herself. What are you guys even doing here? Has NOMFA finally realized you're a waste of space? Oh my, don't put it like that. How can we possibly be absent to the welcome party of a new 404 member? No, we're split up more often than not these days. Leva and I will always be part of the team. Upon hearing Lena's words, 416's gaze softens slightly. Noticing this, Leva smiles mischievously. Welcome to Squad 404 and Doris. I bet 416 hasn't said that to you yet, huh? I also have your recommendation to thank, Leva. No need to be so formal, after all, it is beneficial for us too. If you want the team now, 404 will be able to take on more lucrative missions in the future. Already plotting out your little schemes before we're even back to full strength. Oh, by the sound of that, I guess you're hiring for more members. Of course, we have 2 freeloaders taking up space after all. Hey, don't put it so harshly, even if I don't care. Leva might get upset. Right, I'm super upset now. You would have thought that after all this time, 416 is so weak that she can't accomplish everything without me or Lena. Most unusually, 416 does not immediately retaliate those words. Leva, Lena, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. You may have your own choices and plans, but 404 will move towards the future as well. Endor's arrival is but the beginning. 404 will grow stronger than ever before, all under my leadership. Looks like 416 has already taken it upon herself to become the leader without me saying a thing. Perfect then, that saves me a bunch of words. What do you mean? I mean what I said. Seeing 416's alerted expression, Lena quickly chimes in. About not being able to participate in 404's routine commissions, Leva and I have always felt very guilty. We are also well aware that this has caused a lot of inconveniences for you in GRG 11. So in addition to looking for new recruits, we also want to make some adjustments to the squad's structure. This has been your wish for a long time, right? I feel like you've been waiting to push the thankless role of the leader onto me for a while now. No, we're not pushing it onto you. We're asking you to take over as the leader of Squad 404. If future Squad 404 needs you, 416, I mean that sincerely. 416 does not answer directly, rather looks at Leva standing on the side faced with interrogative gaze. Leva simply nods. As Lena says, Squad 404, we're counting on you from now on, 416. Of course, we will also do what's in our power to support the work here. We're not completely leaving you to your own devices. And another thing. Leva deliberately pauses for a second. Go on. I hope you can turn your ambitious words into reality. 416, keep 404 moving forward and become a force no one dares to challenge. We can safeguard 404 together, right? Leva sets aside her usual slyness, letting her sincerity reach 416 clearly and unmistakably. As a result, all anxiety and unease regarding 404's future buried in 416's mind suddenly vanish. Unlike a certain irresponsible former leader, I never make empty promises. Even with you sitting around doing nothing, 404 will not collapse. Now, what are you guys babbling about? Woken up by commotion, G11 walks over while yawning. Leva and Lena's here. What's with all the balloons tied to your hair, GRG11? It looks so weird. Huh? After pulling on and failing to untie the balloons, GRG11 gives up. All the while indoors, it patiently helps her untangle the mess. It's official now, 416 is the leader of Squad 404. And more dolls will be joining us in the future. Does that mean Leva and Lena will be leaving? No way, we won't leave even if you want to kick us out. 404 will always be our home. But wait, with 416 as the leader now, wouldn't my life be even more difficult than before? You should be glad you finally have the opportunity to crawl toward the goal of becoming an elite doll now. GRG11 grimaces an expression of unbearable anguish. Oh no, she's messing with GRG11 again. Speaking of, with our new beginning, perhaps you two should take this opportunity to consider new codenames. Look, both Leva and I got new ones, even Doris kept her old name as her codename. So complicated, having to think of a name and call, and all that. Can't I just use whatever that comes up? I'll give you a new codename later. As for me, I've already got one. What is it? Hurry up and tell us. Kluke. K-L-U-K-A-I. Does it mean anything particular? Having been watching from the sidelines the whole time, Leva narrows her eyes and ponders for a moment before breaking into a smile. Cognate of crocodile. Quite the ambitious and provocative name. It's just a name I used in the past. Nevertheless, the crocodile's sharp teeth will tear the lion's throat wide open one day. Wow, so scary. While crocodiles rule the water, it also means you don't know the ability to, you don't know their ability to fight is handicapped on land, Kluge. Now when I drag your pretentious ass into the water with me. Oh, you can certainly give that a try. War without a gunfire breaks out of Kluge and Leva engage in a heated exchange. Here we go again. Hi, everyone. He seems to get along. You're really quick to adapt, Andoris. Well, this is 404 after all, our eternal home and family. In the march of time, Squad 404 takes another step forward, one that uniquely belongs to them. The non-existent Forsaken squads, stranded in limbo, will continue to justify their existence together with the most unconventional attitude. Nice. This is nice. Hmm. Alright, still need to do these stuff. Shouldn't probably take too long, so. I think they're gonna spawn the next turn, so.
Yoi. それがしが守る。
給与が上がるんですか。
了解。
わかった。
用意。
上がるんですか。セーフ。これでどうかな。これでどうかな。
Boom! 2 turrets. All right.
作戦終了。帰ろっか。
All right. Sweet. Okay. Moving on. Ah. Aha. Get out of here, bot. I feel like I'm like seeing more and more bots these days, huh? Let's see. Okay. Just gotta kill everyone. Okay, wait. I thought I was gonna kill. Hold on. Okay. How about... Yeah, I just gotta use dog. Okay. Go here, use dog.
現行犯で逮捕する。
There we go. Oh, I could just use this.
今だ。
了解。 了解。わかった。作戦終了。帰ろっか。 了解。 わかった。前進。
了解。今だ。了解。
現行犯で逮捕する。目標沈黙。作戦終了。帰ろっか。
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people. Okay, that's a lot of enemies there, right? Let's see if I can clear them all out.
了解。
昇進私がですか。現行犯で逮捕する。指揮官の期待通りだといいけど。
今だ。用意。
はい指揮官。これでどうかな。これでどうかな。
今だ。了解。今だ。分かった。戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
There we go. Easy clear, right? Oh. Nice, okay. Oh yeah, that character is next, right? She's going to be next character being released. Oh man, I want her. She looks cool though. She looks cool. But I gotta save. I used up a lot of gems already. The pain of saving. Oops. I did drop some. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's do this one. Oh yeah, we can use indoors here. All right.
Ohayou gozaimasu. 今日もよろしくお願いしますね、指揮官。
Ooh, oh, this is cool. whatever. Damn, there were like multiple bullets headed toward me the moment I got the power up, so I couldn't move anywhere. Damn it. Yeah, I want to do this. I want to break my high score. Let's see here. Oh, I just freaking missed all those power-ups. That's fun. Oh, wait. Oh. Wait, I'm moving. What do you mean? Oops, I hit game over. And I missed that one. Fun. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back. Yo, what do you mean? Please come back. Yo, I can't do anything. No, I'm stuck here. What do you mean I'm stuck here? That game is rigged. Okay, let me see here. Ooh, more stuff. Okay, let me see. What we can do. You know, why not? I'll like do like 110 for Belka and see if I can get anything. Give me a minute, hold on. Okay, so let's see. Nothing. Okay. I didn't get her. That's too bad. I do want another electric character. Let's see.
やっぱり指揮官が一番。
Hmm. Okay, I wanna level up Andoris. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and yeah, and then we're gonna like end it there, I guess. Tomorrow, we'll see what we do tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. What? Well, yeah, that's one way to end it. I dropped my bowl of snacks. God damn it. Good thing that was mostly empty though, so it's fine. It's only like a few chips. But yeah, the bowl was like mostly empty anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will see you all tomorrow. We'll see what we do tomorrow. So anyway, yep, I'll catch you all later. Bye.